You're listening to Blood and Breakfast, the most important meal of the day. All characters and events depicted in this work are entirely fictitious.
On an unforgiving winter night in Riverton, under the spectral glow of a bar's flickering lights, sat Jack Crawford. He nursed his whiskey like a balm for his soul, grappling with the impending doom of his fractured marriage. As a man of wealth and influence, his public facade was a stark contrast to the chaos brewing within him. In the same bar, Ethan Montgomery, an unassuming teacher, sought refuge from his own storm. The burden of his wife Rachel's escalating medical bills threatened to submerge his family into an abyss of debt. Under the heavy veil of their desperate circumstances, the two men found themselves face to face. Friends in their youth, their lives had diverged. That night, their paths intertwined once again, not in camaraderie, but in shared desperation. Their conversation flowed, fueled by whiskey and desperation. Jack's failed marriage to Olivia threatened his wealth and social standing. In contrast, Ethan found himself on the precipice of ruin, brought about by Rachel's debilitating illness. Their conversation took a grim turn when Jack presented a horrifying solution to their mutual plight. "We can help each other, Ethan," Jack proposed, his eyes holding a chilling glint. "We can make them disappear." From that night, an insidious plan began to form, seeping into their lives like a deadly poison. Jack would stage a tragic accident to end Rachel's life, while Ethan would orchestrate a fatal incident for Olivia. They wove their plot with alarming precision, their correspondence hidden in anonymous letters, cloaked with code names and cryptic language. They moved like ghosts in the night, their treacherous actions shielded from the world. Under the shadow of a moonless night, Jack executed his part of the pact, slipping a lethal dose of poison into Rachel's nightly medicine, weighing heavily on his conscience. As he exited the house, Jack felt the enormity of his actions. In contrast, Ethan sabotaged Olivia's vehicle to introduce a catastrophic failure, ensuring it would occur on a notorious stretch of road known for its fatal accidents. The day came when Olivia unknowingly embarked on her final journey, leaving Ethan behind, now a man burdened with a dreadful secret. Riverton mourned the tragic losses of Rachel and Olivia, oblivious to the malevolent undercurrents that connected the two deaths. Detective Andrea Hayes, a seasoned investigator with a keen eye for detail, sensed something amiss. Her pursuit of the truth led her down a twisted path involving Jack and Ethan, their shared history, and an eerie web of deceit. As Detective Hayes dug deeper, the consequences of their monstrous deeds began to suffocate Jack and Ethan, their alliance fractured under the strain of paranoia and fear. The climax of their despair came when Ethan, unable to bear the crushing weight of his guilt, confessed to their horrifying pact, thrusting Jack into the merciless glare of the law. The courtroom reverberated with the heinous details of their vile pact. Riverton was left shaken as the horrifying depth of their betrayal was laid bare. Jack and Ethan were convicted for their crimes, leaving their families shattered and the town forever marked by their atrocities. Thus, the tale of Jack Crawford and Ethan Montgomery remains a chilling testament to the devastating paths that desperation and greed can carve, permanently scarring the soul of Riverton, their once idyllic hometown. In the aftermath of the trial, Riverton was a town forever changed. The residents had lost their innocence, and the scars left by Jack and Ethan's betrayal were etched deeply into the community's psyche. Their once serene hometown had become a place of haunting whispers and lingering shadows, the echo of their horrific crimes still resonating in the hearts of its people. In the cold solitude of their prison cells, Jack and Ethan were left with nothing but the bitter taste of their regret and the damning silence of their thoughts. The ghosts of their deeds haunted them, whispering endless echoes of guilt and remorse. As they grappled with their solitude, their sanity teetered precariously on the brink of despair. The magnitude of their actions, a dark abyss from which there was no escape. Years later, Jack and Ethan crossed paths one final time. Their reunion was marked not by the camaraderies of their youth, but by the chilling weight of their shared guilt. Their eyes met, two hollow reflections of their monstrous deeds they had committed. There was no forgiveness to be found, only the echoing silence of their shared damnation. The tale of Jack Crawford and Ethan Montgomery remains etched forever in Riverton's history, a grim reminder of the depths to which desperation can drive ordinary men. Their horrifying pact and the devastation they inflicted on their loved ones serve as a bleak warning. a chilling testament to the haunting dance of greed and despair. The town of Riverton continues to heal, forever bearing the scars of the chilling deeds of two of its own. The legacy of Jack and Ethan's betrayal lives on, casting a long shadow over the town, a constant reminder of the darkness that once lurked within its borders.